Hey guys, choose to collect or just choose to collect. You know, do what you want. Choose to collect!
Hey guys, choose to collect.
What's up guys? This Collector Joey here. Make sure you choose to collect.
I choose to collect, and you should too.
Hey guys, choose to collect.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Bugle 6, issue number 32. Got my boy Flavio in the house with me. We literally talk every day. I don't know what else we have to talk about, but we're going to make it happen, man. It's going to be a good show. We got two very special guests, two people that are always in the chat, that have been on Movie Canon Show a lot. I know for sure one of them has. I believe both of them have been on Copper Drop, but correct me if I'm wrong when you guys come on. But yeah, I mean, it's been it's going to be a great show. It's been exciting leading up to this because I've been wanting to stream with them for a long time, but we were planning this while I was going through the whole changing the day and what am I going to do with the baby and all this kind of stuff. So as you can see, I'm supporting the Movie Canon hat. What is up, Gio? I saw you were in the chat. So, yeah, I'm really excited for this show. We have a lot to talk about, bro. And, you know, we'll get the guest in here soon. Very, very excited for that. But, Flavio, how's it going, man? How's your weekend been? You look tired.
Yeah, I'm a little tired.
Okay. Gotcha.
But, yeah, it's been a good weekend, man. Like, you know, been chilling.
Yeah.
Had some things to do, you know, around
Good.
house, but also, bro,
Did you watch it?
we watched Kick-Ass.
Finally. Oh,
But
you didn't like it.
no, the wife said we were missing pizza.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me, bro. I didn't know for sure if you were going to watch it. I don't even. You know what? I owe you a pizza. Basically, I told this guy if he finally watches Kick-Ass, I will order him and his wife some pizza just to do it. I had to get this guy to watch Kick-Ass.
That was a joke.
But no,
it was a great movie, man. It was a great movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it, man. It's fun. It's a fun movie. But let's go ahead and get our guests in here. I don't know who to start with. I'm gonna do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo thing here, and I'm gonna start with Mr. Feeldaburn.
What's up?
What is up, my friend? I've known you. I feel like I've known you for a very long time, at least within the community, right? And I just found out that you're Central Time, like myself. Okay,
Yes.
there's not a lot of us. Okay, it's either West or yeah, it's either West Coast or East Coast. So no, that's pretty cool, and just glad to finally have you on the show. What's going on?
Not much, man. Just last night was a pretty fun night. Geo's 50th, episode.
Yes.
Again, Geo.
Yes, congratulations, Geo. Guys, if you guys real quick, since you're plugging that, I'll plug it one more time too. Guys, Movie Cannon puts on a hell of a show. It's on Friday nights, sometimes it's on Sunday nights. I guess it just kind of depends, what's going on in that week for everybody. But either way, he puts on a really great show. He had a lot of special guests on last night, including the two that we have here today. And yeah, I think Geo, he has all the games. He's got, all the prizes. He's got a very, very good membership thing going on where he, basically gives people prizes and you play through like a virtual reality game. It feels like, you know what I mean? Like it's really cool. But yeah, kudos to Geo. Congrats to him as well. And to everybody who's on that show and has worked with him along the way. So yeah, it's good to have you though, Robert. So it's easy to remember your name too, because that's my name.
Oh yeah, Robert, stick together.
Yes, Midwest, Robert. We also have Mr. Valkyrie Magnus. Choose to collect. What's up?
Definitely.
Repping the merch. Love it. Good to have you on too. Always see you in the chats as well. And I was trying to get you guys on my channel first, but other people beat me to it that are more consistent on streaming. So, it is what it is. But I got you guys here now. Good to have you, Valkyrie. How's it going?
Great. Thanks. Just thanks for the opportunity to be here. I'm just loving it.
Awesome. I'm loving having you guys. We got about 8 in the house so far. Hit that like button on your way in, on your way out. Whatever you guys can do, it really does go a long way. If you guys just stop by for a few seconds and hit that like button, really helps with the algorithm and helps this stream. So speaking of helping out, before we get to the chat, I do want to present the Brickyard membership. And I just want to thank everybody who is part of the Brickyard. We got about 16 Brickyard members right now. And guys, let me tell you, the perks are going to be coming even more. But I think the biggest perk is that all the money from the memberships and even half of the money from the t-shirts that are sold goes directly to back to the members as a prize. So any giveaway that we are doing from here on out, and the last couple times have come from the membership, I guess, income that you can call it. So it goes right back to you guys, does not go to me. So just to let you guys know, it's a fun time. Every now and then, not every time, but I would say half my videos, it's members first. And we also got some polls. I got to start doing more polls for the members. But and of course, you get the cool emojis and you get the cool little shout out here. So I just appreciate all you guys helping to support the channel. It goes a long, long way. So let's go ahead and check in with the chat and see who is here. We have Mr. SpongeBob SquareBalls, one of my favorite names in all of the community. Happy Brick, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you too. Hopefully you're able to stick around and hang out with us for a little bit. We got Valkyrie Magnus warming up the chat a little bit, saying hello as well. And the Movie Cannon, Mr. Geo himself.
Yep.
Hello. I'm out and about, so of course I'm out and about, so I'll try to check in and out. If not, I'll watch the replay. Hey man, whatever you can do, even if you can't, it's all good. I know you're here in spirit, so thank you. We got one Adam 12. We gotta get these guys back on the show too. Hello, Brick and me, Brickyard member as well. Let's see here, everyone just kind of saying hello to each other. We got Jazzy in the house. What is up, my friend? What's up, Titty Boys? What is up, man? Dude, I got to stream with you too, man. I don't know if you really stream a lot or what, but we got to definitely hang out sometime because. But man, they're really shit tonight or what? Like, man, I thought this fucked them in a little bit. We got Universal Key. Evening, everyone. Evening, Universal Key. I am happy to see you here. We're gonna have a fun night. We're gonna have a fun night. We got 10 in the house. Hit that like button before we get started. But guys, first, just want to like talk as if we're just hanging out. And what are you guys excited about? Like any news? Any figure news, movie talk, what have you? Just like kind of nerd talk. I'll start with Feeldaburn. Like, is there anything that's really exciting you, whether it's collecting wise, the new Switch 2, maybe, or is that concerning you because of the price? What are you excited about?
I'm not really like a Nintendo player. I'm more of a PS5 player.
Okay.
I've been with PlayStation since it started. So
yeah.
I think I'm safe on that regard. As far as like movie wise, like I swear to God, when the Megan 2.0 trailer came out, my God, it was everything to me.
When did that come out? I must have missed that. Was that today?
No, it came out like Thursday.
Oh gosh, I'm late. Okay.
It's coming like June 21st, I believe. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah. My God, I was like, this is Terminator 2. This is straight up Terminator. The Megan franchise is turning into Terminator. Because if you watch the trailer, you'll see what I mean. But
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, but otherwise, figure wise, what I'm excited about, I don't know. I can't really say I'm excited. I mean, especially with all the news we've been getting. I mean, yeah,
right.
So
yeah, it's hard to get excited when you're like, oh, is it going to cost twice as much? Should I even like there's a lot. I won't really get into tariff talk, but yeah, it's kind of scary if you think too much about it. I try not to think too much about it. I kind of tell myself it's not a forever thing, but I guess you never know. So yeah.
But yeah, I haven't been really excited about anything coming out. I mean, there's stuff I really want. I mean, especially in the horror realm, because I am a horror collector. So this year has been starting off really good for horror people. We're eating. Yeah. Between Caustic Plastic and what third parties been doing with horror. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. Definitely.
Would you buy a Thanksgiving figure?
Oh, you mean?
Did you like that movie?
Yeah, I loved it. I really loved it. Yes, I would definitely.
That was a lot of fun.
I would definitely buy a 1/6 John Carver figure.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I remember when that fake trailer came out for Grindhouse double feature. My God, I love that. I love those movies. I saw both of them in the theater. I sat my ass down there for like 4 hours watching both movies. And I was like, wow. And I think I was the only one in the theater. I was like, where the hell is everybody at?
Hey, sometimes that's the best. You just chill, but that can be scary too for a horror movie. You're like, what was that?
But yeah, anything horror, I'm super excited. I got the Frankenstein, like they're putting out like Saw figures, and I'm just really excited.
Man.
So anything to do with horror is my jam.
Yeah, that's exciting. For sure. And I'm really looking forward to the new Scream movie too. Speaking of horror, but Valkyrie, what are you looking forward to, man? What is like getting you kind of just let's go?
Yeah, more Hot Toy figures.
Yeah.
So I have some pre-orders, I think are coming up hopefully soon. Ahsoka the White.
Oh yeah.
Kind of funny. I just recently pre-ordered it because Feezy convinced me to get it, and I was like, he said if you have a Beal in School, you have to have it. I'm like, oh, that's right. I guess I do because I can't use my Clone Wars Ahsoka against the Beal in Skull. And then Dr. Doom, he's probably not coming out for a while too, but I'm still excited just to get that. He was like one of my favorite cartoon villains when I was a kid.
Okay.
I mentioned before I used to watch a show called Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends in the early 80s.
Yep.
and he was like right in the intro, though you only saw
Yeah.
him only on one episode. But still,
Well, that's why a lot of people think Sadie Sink is going to be what's her name? What is it? Firestar or whatever.
Firestar, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people think that because they might go to like this Spidey and Amazing Friends kind of turn, you know. So we'll see.
Hoping, yeah.
Yeah.
And then a conversation with you convinced me to pre-order the Purple Rain. Figure.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Purple Rain Brothers. Let's go.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks awesome. And then the other two, I'm kind of like, I just recently pre-ordered, but it's not going to come out for a while, and that's Blade and Terminator.
Yeah. Those are going to be a while, but that's exciting. That's really exciting. You've been pre-ordering. All right. Fun times.
I'm still waiting for the So-So one to come out.
Yeah.
That's the one I prefer personally.
Yeah.
I prefer the Deadpool and Wolverine suit. I'm sorry, I have to have a coat. Where the hell's the coat?
Yeah. I hear you. Speaking of So-So, I'm really excited for that Supergirl to come out whenever that does.
Oh yeah.
Because you guys know me. I'm a diehard Supergirl fan. Thanks to my family that you just watched it all the time together. So, but Flaviosa. What are you excited for, man? Any figures, any movie trailers that you saw recently that, you excited that you finally watched Kick-Ass?
Yeah,
you guys have seen Kick-Ass, right?
Yes.
Okay. Feeldaburn, you seen Kick-Ass?
Yes, I've seen both of them.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, I still have to see part 2. But
part 1 is
man,
much better,
I'm
but yeah,
excited.
part 2 is fun.
Yeah, part 2 is okay.
I'm excited for a lot of stuff, man. Like, the Switch 2, that is one thing that I'm really excited for. I'm also excited for, all the movies that are, gonna be coming out this year, like you were saying, like, Superman and, Doomsday and all them.
Oh man,
Fantastic Four, all those movies to come, Thunderbolts, everything, so a lot of good things coming, and I'm very hyped for, also May 4th, what's going to happen with Hot Toys and that. Tales of the Underworld, that short with Asajj Ventress and, Cad Bane. So many good things, bro. So I could go on for days, but,
we still got Daredevil going on. Yep, we got 2 more episodes for Daredevil, and that's exciting to see where that's going to go. If that's going to my fingers are crossed that is going to lead, and again, I get my hopes up. Like I over hype myself that this is going to somehow lead into Spider-Man 4. Like I'm not expecting to see Spider-Man in the finale, but I'm expecting the repercussions from this show to lead into Spider-Man. We'll see.
Into the world.
Yeah, I would hope so. Like with whatever Kingpin turns out to be, and I won't, and no spoilers or whatever. But I'm looking forward to that. And then, I'm just waiting for a few figures that are paid off, waiting for them to come. I got 2099 on the way. Paul Atreides, my Spider-Punk to come, and all that good stuff. But of course, we'll talk about the Superman tease, right? Real quick, I do want to just answer Big Dog. No, it is not confirmed. If it sounded like I was saying that, I apologize. But no, and thank you for being here, by the way. But it's not confirmed that she will be Firestar. There's a lot of rumors that there's one that she's going to be Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst's daughter. There's one that she'll be Mary Jane. There's Jean Grey. It's all over the place. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But you know what trailer got me today when I saw Tron? I was like, dang, that looks really good. And I'm not the biggest Tron fan. I enjoy Tron. I'm not the biggest. I'm not going to act like I am, but that trailer looked really, really good.
And
Really
he's
good.
gonna like the figures too.
Yeah, yep. And that's the thing is when I see these trailers, when I go to these movies, I'm like, figure. Like I want all these figures.
Bro,
And
you're telling me a Tron
yeah.
bike that lights up and everything with the
Oh man, and
figure,
they've
you're
done
not gonna want to
it.
get
Yeah.
that.
Right. I might get that.
Ooh.
I might, especially if I like the movie.
What?
But yeah, like the DC stuff, I'm so excited to like be into DC again and all of that good stuff. Thunderbolts, I'm sure we'll get a couple figures from that. I'm sure we'll get a Yelena. I'm sure we'll get a couple more after that. And of course, Fantastic Four. We'll probably get at least the four figures, but maybe one more, maybe a villain, maybe a, some cameo that's in the movie, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, One Out of 12 saying, looking forward also to How to Train Your Dragon. Emily loves those films. I really loved the first two How to Train Your Dragon films. And I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a good movie. I think DreamWorks knows how to make a live action movie better than Disney. So although Disney has had a couple good ones, I feel like it's either really bad or good for those Disney live actions. But like I thought Aladdin was great. And what other one? I enjoyed the Cinderella one, honestly. I don't know why, but I did. And I'm not a big Cinderella fan, but I was like, that's actually done pretty well. Lion King was okay, but I liked the cartoon too much. And I kept comparing it to like the OG. But yeah, I mean, they're kind of hit or miss for me. But anyways, let's do some figure talk before everybody gets out of here, because we're talking about, Disney movies. Anything you guys would like to talk about first? I'll give you three options. We've got the Darth Maul, we got Daredevil, and we got Ahsoka the White. Whoever answers first.
Valkyrie, I'll let you have this one. Go on. Go on.
Let's take a look here. Let's go Daredevil.
Ooh, okay. That's what I was thinking too. Great minds think alike. So now Daredevil, and this is nothing new here. This has been announced for a while now. Obviously, I'm not sure if any of you guys have pre-ordered this yet, but it is $280 on Sideshow for now. I'm really looking forward to this figure and seeing where it goes. I know a lot of people are kind of like, oh, it doesn't have the 2Ds on the chest and whatnot. But I like having that iteration of the one without the 2Ds, and then later on getting the one with the 2Ds, because it does kind of bring back like that Netflix vibe and everything like that. But I'm definitely going to get this figure, but I want to hear what you guys are thinking about this figure and what you guys are thinking about the future of Daredevil. Will he be in a Secret Wars movie? Will we see that? Part of me is thinking that maybe this, black suit that we've been seeing online, spoiler alert, not really, but that he will be wearing that black suit in Secret Wars. I mean, who knows? But what are your guys' thoughts? Flavio, I'll start with you on this figure and the future of the character.
Yeah, man, this figure, it looks amazing, bro. Like, I've been wanting, a Daredevil for the longest, like probably even since I started collecting. Like, I wanted the Netflix era one. That one was just the one that I really wanted,
Mm-hmm.
And then, Valkyrie just had it on the screen, the mustard suit that we call, from the She-Hulk, series. That one is awesome too, but at the time there was just a lot of other stuff, and I liked the fact that they were, doing the callback to the colorway in the comic book, but I always wanted just the red, like the Daredevil red. So I kind of just wanted to wait it out. I knew they were coming out with the show. Lo and behold, they come out with the red one. So I think, this is, everything that I want in a Daredevil figure, right?
Sure.
But the only thing is that, for me is missing is like just a little bit of blood. I wish we would have got a little bit of blood, you know, in that face sculpt with the angry one, or maybe even a third one. But I really like the color, the redness of the suit. I love the billy clubs to it as well. Also, it's different from the one, you know, that Valkyrie's holding there as well, with this, you know, braided kind of cable, you know, accessory that we have here. So very, very cool. I love all the texture and the sculpt work for the new mask. The face sculpt, or the head sculpt too, for Matt Murdock is pretty, you know, it's okay. It's not like the best, but at the same time, I'm probably not going to use that one anyways on this body. But I like the glasses that he comes with. They're updated from the show. And I think does Valkyrie, does that, yeah, they're different from the glasses as well from that version. So, you know, this is a completely brand new, you know, top to bottom figure. So I feel like this is definitely awesome for the people that have been, you know, waiting for that, but also want to have multiple looks, like, you know, having that one and this one. So very, very cool figure. I think it's a must for me. I love the show. So can't wait to see what other characters or figures come out of that.
Yeah.
So
do you think anything will? Do you think like we'll get a Kingpin? Like what are the odds that we get a Kingpin? Like 50-50, less than that?
I think it's,
and anybody
like
can answer
80% chance.
Really?
I think it's 80% chance that we get a Kingpin, and I also think we're gonna get a Muse as well.
Okay.
Ooh,
that'd be cool.
I want Muse.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And a White Tiger as well. I'm just gonna say that because they did Balin's Skull. This guy did amazing as White Tiger. I'm not trying to, you know, put him at the same thing, but you know, Balin's Skull ended up passing after the filming, so I don't think it's not like one of those situations where they would never do that. You know, it's very possible, and his suit is very easy to you know, replicate in figure format. So I think we're liable to get a lot of characters from this TV show. It just depends on how much they want to go.
Yeah, I think it's a possibility that we get a White Tiger, but at the same time, I don't think it's very high, just because he wasn't in it for too long. But you know, but at the same time, he's a big part of the season, so you never know. But yeah, I think Kingpin is about a 70% chance, if I had to say so. If we don't get him here, I can almost guarantee if Kingpin makes his debut in Spider-Man 4, I think we would get a Kingpin by then. But we'll see. That's, again, my hopes. Feeldaburn, what do you think about Daredevil?
This is a nice suit. I do agree. It's pretty cool. However, I do have a few nitpicks here and there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, one of course is the double D's on the chest. That's what I'm really wanting and waiting for. So that's why I'm not going to get this one, because I know they're going to do a Deadpool on us. Like they said they didn't really mention anything about doing a battle damage one, but then all of a sudden we see that video with Ryan Reynolds getting a battle damage Deadpool. So
right.
Yeah, fool me once. Yeah. So I'm just waiting to see, and if they do the, you know, other version, you know, I'll probably get that, but I'm really waiting for a red one. Secondly, not digging the thigh-high boots. I'm sorry. Why does he have black thigh-high boots? I just not digging that. And third, why the hell are they not giving us an environmental base? I said this in every chat. They need to do like a chapel stained glass window diorama.
100%.
With a cross right in front that he can just, you know, grab onto or, you know, put his leg on or something. It's like, stop cheapening us Hot Toys, give us something dynamic. Damn.
Yeah, I know.
How many times?
I feel like we're only getting these big bases with like, and I don't need it to be a big base, but I feel like we're only getting diorama bases with like huge characters like Spider-Man, Batman. With everybody else, it just feels like we get these basic bases. And not to bring Mondo up again, but I am noticing that Mondo, their last couple announcements have had some kick-ass bases. One with Wolverine and one with the creature from the Black Lagoon. And if they're going to keep doing that, I think Hot Toys should do that too. And it doesn't have to be this big Sandman base every time.
Right.
But a little bit of stuff kind of like what we saw with Alien, right? With Rain, the way she has it. I guess it's that normal base, but you got something going on there. Give us something. But
or just sell the bases separately, like they did with the Spider-Man. Sell it separately. Right. It's like, hey, you don't have to buy it with your figure, but if you want, here's
make limited bases.
Exactly.
Make that a thing.
Yeah.
Where people can go in and get those that they want. Like we have 1,000, or even 500 bases limited. That'd be sweet. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, it is a beautiful figure. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be patient and I'll wait.
Yeah.
For the
So you're gonna pass on this one until you get the double Ds.
Yeah, and plus I got too much stuff coming anyway. So
yeah, no, I hear that for sure. I'm doing the same thing with other figures. I need this figure, but I see what you mean. When you have to pick and choose and you have to be selective. But Mr. Valkyrie,
Yes.
I want to see this suit. I know. You're close up. My bad, but I gotta see this yellow, this ketchup mustard suit. I actually really like it. How do you like it in person?
Man.
I like it a lot. So I think for my background I remember as a kid, I was a big fan of the comic books, and I remember when I first heard about it, I walked into my local library, and they had a display of Daredevil comic books, and at the time I never heard of him. And then they had like the yellow and red suit and the red suit all displayed, and I was like, oh, that's weird. He has two different suits. And so then I started reading it regularly, and I come to love them both. And let me see here. This one, I remember like some people were like, I don't like it. Sure, the red one is more iconic, and that's when people know him more through. But I think it's nice having like two separate suits.
Oh, for sure.
We can and then like for me, I forgot where I was going with that, but okay. So I remember like the minute I got a notification that the red suit was available, day one pre-order, it was like I saw it pop up, like click, buy. Had to get it.
Yeah. Yomo saying great figure. Still
Thanks,
need
Yomo.
to try and get that one. Yeah, I'm actually kind of wanting to get that now too. So we'll see though.
The other part to this was so I saw how long the red one would take to get here, and I was like, I can't wait that long.
Yeah.
I need a Daredevil in my hands right now.
Yeah. But
you think you might get it painted with the D's on it in the future?
I probably will not. I'm fine with it too, because I just look at these as just more like the TV show, and if they actually do the D's later, I'll probably just get that as well later on. So that way, and you'll have like 3 different iterations.
I think
that'd be cool.
have a good chance at that too, Valkyrie, because we already seen, spoiler I guess for people who haven't watched it, but that little where he showed, because you see, you see how we have the helmet coming in this release though, Brick, with the broken horn. So they showed all of them. He has the yellow, this one, the red one. I mean, I don't know if the Netflix one was in there. Now that I'm thinking, but
ooh, that's a good question. I didn't really pay attention too much to see if the Netflix one was in there.
Right.
But yeah, I want to get this one. I want the mustard one too. I call it the mustard one because everybody else does, and it's in my head. But yeah, if I get this one and they come out with the one with like the double D's, which I'm sure they will, at least with the black suit, right? Whether or not we get one with red, who knows? But you know, if we get a Ben Affleck one, whatever, I'm gonna get them all. Like I said before in another stream, I think I said it on the Wolfpack. Daredevil's like my top 5 favorite superheroes. So I love Daredevil. I just, you know, I think when the yellow suit came out, I was getting probably 30 Spider-Man. So, you know, life. But but yeah, I definitely wanna get this figure for sure. Yeah. So we got three buying, 1 passing for now.
Yeah. Do you guys think that Ben Affleck will be in Doomsday? They're bringing in a lot of Fox people. So.
Doomsday?
Yeah. Do you think?
I think it's a possibility. I think we're getting everything by Secret Wars. Ooh. Like literally, I think everything. Even if they're CGI'd in somehow. Like I think we'll have everything by Secret Wars. Whether they come in from Doomsday or Secret Wars, we're gonna get it all. And I think that's how they're gonna make that big money and bring Marvel back in a way. And then reset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Reset and you know, that's after that is when we'll get our Miles Morales. We'll get some live action versions of that. You know, I think it might have a little something to do too with why Beyond the Spider-Verse is taking forever and a half, to be honest. I think there's going to be some type of connection there, and I don't think people are really putting it together right now. So I mean, yes, the writer strike, but then when they went back in the studio, I think they had the idea of saying, hey, why don't we push this to 2093 year, you know, because but yeah, I'm excited to see what Marvel is going to do. But real quick, let's check in with the chat before we move on to the next figure. Valkyrie, thank you for sharing your figure, man.
Oh, no problem.
Let's see here. Oh man, I got behind here. All right. Big Dog Pound. I was amazed by he's talking about I believe Tron, yeah. I was amazed by the CGI and special effects, especially when the red light cycle split the police in half. That was sweet, dude. That was cool. That was cool. Like just bringing it into like the real world. Like that's so cool to me. I'm excited. Sliced it like butter. Yep. Let's see here. If I'm skipping some of these, I do apologize. Another Big Dog Pound comment. Yeah, you can put it on Keaton Batman diorama base. That'd be really cool. That would be really cool to have Daredevil sitting or standing on that base. And then Batman, you can just put on I don't know, put him on the Deadpool couch or something. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. Ooh, all right, we got let's see here. We got Jose in the house. What is up? Yo, what's up, fellas? Jose. Thank you for being here. And I am Vengeance saying I like the figure, but the suit is a bit baggy and the body has no shape. Yeah, gotta have some shape in that body, that's for sure. But I don't know. Maybe it's really hard with Hot Toys, right? Because like you want the suit to be like the way it is, like perfectly, but then you don't want it too restrictive because then you can't do anything with it, and it's a different material than they use in real life, so it's not going to stretch the way it does in real life. And but no, I totally get it, because for me, I don't do a lot of crazy poses anyways. So it would be nice to have like that perfect screen accurate, but I love Daredevil too much, and I think it's good enough for me. So, but thank you for being here. I am Vengeance. I appreciate it. Been seeing you in here more often, so appreciate that. Real quick, let's go and to our next figure, and talk about Darth Maul. Now, I know that Flavio was really excited for this one. You know, I real quick, I'll just say my 2 cents. and I won't say too much because I don't want to take it out of your guys' mouth, but really cool. Really think it's cool that they did a concept art piece for the Star Wars Celebration. Knowing that this was what Darth Maul could have looked like in the Phantom Menace is really cool to me. However, it is something that I don't really need, because even though Darth Maul is my top 2 favorite characters in all of Star Wars for me, I don't need it because it was never on screen. You know what I mean? It's cool that they're doing it. I just don't need it. That being said, I'm gonna move over to Valkyrie. And are you kind of into this thing?
I am kind of into it when you could do like something that was like a prototype which was being made, and it looks kind of cool. But this one, just looks a little bit off to me. I like some symmetry, and the spikes coming out of the head seem a little bit like, one going one direction, the other one going a different direction. And the
they look like fingers, right? Like little witch fingers, like like.
It's kind of like what was that from Deadpool when what was her name? That when the lady was sticking her finger. Yeah.
For sure.
It still looks creepy, but I'm like, I think I'm more of a for this one. It's a pass for me. I mean, I'm not gonna dump on it. It's like some other people might like it. So, it's different, and I'll respect it for being different and a different artistic expression, but not for me.
Yeah, no, I hear that for sure. Feeldaburn, what are you thinking? Are you gonna put this in your horror display?
I was about to say, is there a horror version of Star Wars anywhere?
Right.
Shoot. I mean, I'm immune from all Star Wars figures or anything Star Wars. I do not collect Star Wars of any kind. Sorry, guys. Yeah, just Star Wars is not my thing. So, mainly,
I get it.
Yeah, but I mean, I hope people like this, but I mean, from what I've been hearing, it's not good. It's not good. People talking about dog penises on the head, and it's like, what the hell, y'all?
Oh,
I mean,
gosh!
Wow.
When do you find the time to look at your dog's anatomy? Is that like a?
It does look like a little red rocket. My goodness.
God.
Red.
But yeah, I mean, it looks fine. The head. I don't know what they were thinking with that one. I mean. And are the things on the side, are those supposed to be feathers?
Yeah, I don't know. That's just part of his coat. It's cool, Spikes coming out of his neck.
Yeah.
Bones or something.
Yeah, probably just stick to your original one, I think. But I know there's people who want it, so hey, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Yeah. This
it kind of looks more like what's that one movie? Is it Insidious?
Insidious,
with like the Darth Maul looking. Yeah, this is Insidious right here.
See, I wish I can. If I can find a head, I would get somebody to take off the horns and just place the hair on it and tongue and just everything. That would be bomb.
Yep.
Because
that'd be cool.
That was the first thing I thought about when I saw Insidious in theaters. Like, why are there Star Wars characters in a horror movie? I ain't come here for this.
Hey, yep. But, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you start hearing Duel of the Fates. Ta-da! So
where the hell am I at? Did I get the right ticket? What the hell? No. But yeah, I'm happy for the people who wants it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep. No, I hear you. I mean, I like my Star Wars, but I'm very picky with my Star Wars selections. Where it's like just more main characters. I don't need all the troopers and all the side characters. But yeah. Mr. Flaviosa. What do you think?
Yeah, this was kind of like a odd, announcement. But at the same time, we're in celebration, so
yeah.
What not a perfect time to release something like this, right? With a figure that we've already gotten multiple times, and they kind of just try to you know, give us a little spin-off or one-off kind of thing, but it's concept art, you know. This is where, you know, collectors are like, do you draw the line where it's like, do I really need this? And for me, it's like, I love Darth Maul, bro. You know, we talk about this all the time. Like, he's like one of my favorite characters. He's, if not my favorite character in Star Wars, but, you know, he kind of had like a short-lived run, as we all know, but he's dope. But the new one just came out, the 2.0. So it's like, I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I think
another
this
thing.
is a different, like a lot of people is saying it's different. Like, I think it's somewhat different, you know, obviously, but they probably did it right there at the same time because they were already working on that figure. So
yeah,
the armor's cool, but it's not something that I don't need in the collection. And if I was to get it, it's only solely for the purpose of that it's a limited figure and it's, you know, probably never going to get made again.
Right,
you know,
right. Yeah, it's
for
definitely unique in that way that, yeah.
That unique factor to it. But other than that, like, I don't really like the conceptual look to the character. I'm perfectly fine with how he looked in the movie.
Right.
You know what
right.
I mean? So to kind of being such a big fan of Darth Maul and displaying him like this next to the Phantom Menace 1 when it comes the 2.0 is kind of cool, but it's like a catch-22. I don't really, that's another spot for another figure that is gonna blow, you know, out of the water, you know, next to it, paired up. So it's 50-50, but for me, I don't have, you know, the extra blow money to just throw at this right now anyway. So this is one of those figures that's I'm just gonna pass up. It's not something that I need. It's extra baggage right now. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see what other figures they come out with. But if they're doing stuff like this, you know,
right,
it's literally up in the air. It could be anything.
Yes, speaking of other figures, I think they have one more empty slot for Hot Toys, like for a 1/6 figure on that checklist. What are you guys hoping to see for this Star Wars celebration? Or what do you think we will see?
Another trooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta ask you, Star Wars fans, like, how many troopers do y'all really need? I've seen people buy like hundreds of them and like just have them out on display. I'm like, really? You're
building their armies, man.
I guess. My God, it's like, wow.
That's kind of like a good question too, because like people either do it that way where they army build and buy a lot of the multiple of the same, you know, trooper. Me personally, I wouldn't do it that way, but then at the same time, it's like I'm picking up almost the same amount of troopers, but just different versions of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you have a ton of troopers, but yeah, I don't know.
Like you should have
two Star Wars fan.
You should have 2 plain troopers max. Now
That's
buying 50 of them, I mean, good God, where are you putting them?
Oh, yeah, and I don't even
okay,
blend that. Sorry,
Yeah.
no, go ahead, Valkyrie.
No. I was gonna say sorry. Just to really quickly say. So for me, I actually took advantage of those huge sales. Being a new when I was a newer collector, when they were just dumping all these figures.
Yeah.
So I bought like 2 artillery stormtroopers, 2 what do you call it? The commander type of troopers, 3 death troopers, 4 dark troopers, and 2 shore troopers, and then the that one winter kind of like soldier.
Yeah.
Oh, the range one that just came out?
Range trooper, yes. I got
so
I have a big army, and I have to say though, I didn't buy them at full price. I bought them like all on sale.
And
sure.
That's also a good way, you know, to pick up a lot of those too, because a lot of them sit, you know, sometimes, and when they're running those deals like that, it's you know, a good way to army build.
Yeah, especially like when I saw The Mandalorian, that one episode where they had where Gideon had like all those dark troopers, And I was like, oh, I need at least 4. And pretty much that's what I did. But they're all on sale still, thankfully.
Yeah. That's one thing I would be afraid to get into is like, army building. I'm already buying every other Spider-Man that's released, if not everyone. And then to go down that rabbit hole of trooper building. I know, like, being a Lego fan, a lot of people do that with minifigures, which is actually really cool to see because they get like hundreds. You'll see some people. It's pretty cool. But real quick, we got Collector Joey in the house. Not sure if you're still here, my friend, but thank you for being here. Brickyard member and all. Thank you, Joey, for your support. Good to see you guys. I'm sure you guys have who are watching, or it's a replay or watching now. If you guys don't know already, Copper Drop Thursday nights, 9 p.m. My time, so that would be Central Standard Time. Go check them out if you haven't already. But yeah, it's a good show. They got Austin over there. They got Park Industries over there. And of course, Zio. And they got a lot of good guests and a lot of good stuff going on. So go check them out. Let's see here. Jazzy Star Wars. Yeah, we'll move on here soon. Yo, what is up? Speaking of Star Wars, look at that photo. That's pretty sweet. I like that. I like that. Thank you for being here.
First, right there, right?
Yeah, that's dope. Jazzy. God damn. How many trooper parents are there? That's how I read it. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Guys, we are almost at the halfway mark. You know what that means. We got some games to play before we talk about the next figure. Before we talk about the Superman trailer, we're going to do a little bit of top or bottom and choose to collect. We're going to start with top or bottom. Let's go ahead and get started. I've been looking forward to these because we might do 3 of them tonight. We might do 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
So let's go ahead. Yeah. We're going to have some fun. We don't have to spend too much time on each one, but I do have 3 of us.
3
if we
rounds
can get there.
Of top or bottom?
3 rounds. Just you can't have any draws. I mean, draw. You can't have a draw. That didn't work out. All right. Oh, with the nice music there. Top or bottom, here we come. And let's go ahead. I'm going to start with the first one here. Now, this one is more of a figures one. Okay, so these are like the most recent announcement / releases. Okay, so like what I'm kind of seeing, what everyone is kind of talking about, top or bottom. We've got 2 artisans on the top. We only got 1 artisan at the bottom, but it's the big artisan, right? I wanted to make that a little hard. And we also got Daredevil up on the top with Mr. Freeze and the T-800. You can consider that the clean or the battle damage, whichever one you want. But, of course, that's a picture of the clean. And down below, we got battle damage, Deadpool. We have Ahsoka the White, Anakin Skywalker. And we have that Darth Maul we just talked about that everybody's super excited for. And Blade. So, guys, top or bottom. Now, remember, whichever one you don't pick goes away. You never get them. You never receive those figures. They'll never be available ever. So,
bro, you
top
like to
or
mess
bottom.
with collectors hard.
and chat, feel free to play along, of course. But yeah, let's start with Flavio this time.
Why?
Because you're right
Dude.
there below me. You're on the bottom.
Dude,
right now.
this is so hard. Like, these are all great figures for real. Besides that Dookie Darth Maul that we were just talking about. But if I don't know, if I had to pick like just something just about the top on
The
this
top.
one. Yeah, I don't know why. Because,
Dude, I was
bro,
trying
you
to
got
finally
Daredevil.
get you to go on the bottom, and you're still picking the top.
Nah. Yeah, bro, because like the only
feel
one
like
that I really would go for on the bottom is like the Anakin, the Deadpool, and the Blade.
He said the only
Those are
one
the
I'd
ones
really
where
go
it's
for, and he
like-
says 3 of them.
Literally, yeah, it's too hard to
Yeah,
choose, man.
it's tough,
But the
it's
top
tough.
is like, you know, you got Terminator, you got the Mr. Freeze, the Jack Sparrow, amazing figure. I can't wait for Daredevil, and you know,
Yep.
the Artisan.
Yep.
Winter Soldier too. So top
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, top. Okay. Feeldaburn, what about you?
See, it's a little bit hard for me, but not really, because like I'm going with the top personally.
Okay.
But see, the complication is like I want that battle damage Deadpool, and
Yeah.
the reason I do is because he comes with that TVA base, and I would like to have a Terminator coming through that portal. So that was my kind of
Yeah, that'd be cool.
and mix them up and whatnot.
Cool.
But
Yep.
yeah, top for me. I already got the Mr. Freeze on order. Yeah, basically, actually, the Mr. Freeze is the only one on top, but I still prefer the top, really. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom. Yeah, Star Wars, y'all can have it. Yeah, that's all y'all. So.
What about you, Valkyrie? We've got we got 2 tops so far.
Yeah.
This is a tough choice. I mean, for me, now this sounds kind of funny. If it wasn't Darth Maul, it probably would be bottom. But I mean, because like for me, I really love Blade, Anakin, and Ahsoka, and Deadpool. But that's like 4 greats versus 5 greats up above. So I'm gonna say top also.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
It's
nice,
crazy because we got Mr. Mike Litteris saying this one's the easiest ever, bottom all the way. Yet we have 3 tops on the panel. Now I get, because Mike, I'm sure it's Anakin Skywalker, right? And Ahsoka the White, Deadpool. You got Blade there. Those are really good figures, but for me, now I make these, but I try to make them as if they're hard for me, because if they're hard for me, I'm sure they're a little hard for everybody. For me, I think I'm going to go with top because, I do get that Winter Soldier. I do get, Jack Sparrow, the Batman and Robin, Mr. Freeze. I think that's cool. Is it a great movie? No, but it's cool to have that figure from my childhood. You got the T-800 there, and you got Daredevil. Okay, and I don't have a Daredevil figure yet. Down below, I got a Deadpool figure. Do I need the battle damage? Maybe. Maybe. I want it, but if I had to choose, do I need it since I already have one? I've got an Ahsoka figure already. I don't really need the Ahsoka White. Anakin would be sweet, but there's other options, and honestly, getting a little worried about that hair. Darth Maul, see ya. And Blade, yes, I want it. Without Blade would be weird to have the rest of the Resistance. I get that, but the top, I just got to do the top because just seeing Mr. Freeze there gives me hope that we'll get a Poison Ivy. You know what I mean? So that alone, it gets me to think about that too, and seeing Daredevil gets me to think about Kingpin. Like it's harder than I like. As I'm digging deeper in it, it is hard, but like I'm gonna go with top. It's top all day. Yomo saying Daredevil is the only one that makes it hard choice for me. Yeah, man. I guess we don't really have that many big Jack Sparrow fans. Then I guess I don't know, but guys, if you guys thought this was easy, Mike, if you thought this was easy, I hope you're still here because I think this next one is going to be hard for you. Or it might actually be easier for you, but I would love to have you in the chat and put in your 2 cents with this one here. And changing it up a little bit. So, we all talk about this, but I thought it'd be fun to talk about on the show. Okay, DC versus Marvel, basically, right? And you can take this however you want. You can take it as, hey, one team is defending you and one team is attacking you. You can take it as I like Marvel or DC more, or just you can look at their movies, you can look at their comics. however you want to do it, but please explain why. And Valkyrie, I'll start with you this time.
Okay, so I'm a big DC fan because, like, from the '70s, there's a show called The Super Friends. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it before. It's like a cheesy version of the Justice League. But for me, I mean, even though I loved it as a kid, Marvel Comics won me over with the writing of Chris Claremont from the X-Men.
Yeah.
I just thought he was such an amazing writer that he actually pulled me away from DC completely. And yeah, just loved Marvel through the 80s and 90s. And for me, yeah, Marvel Comics is #1 in my heart.
Okay.
So bottom there.
No bottom. All right. So one bottom, Feeldaburn.
Definitely the bottom. I mean, my X-Men are there, and yeah, I'm slowly but surely getting more DC. I mean, the only DC I ever collect is Batman. So, but like when they have like the Wonder Woman come out, like for InArt and stuff like that, I will get her too. But yeah, like all the characters I really like are from Marvel, you know, X-Men, Black Panther, of course, you know, Spider-Man, all of them. You know, I've been reading X-Men comics for a while now. You know, me and my partner, you know, we love X-Men. That's like our jam. Like that's why he, like, sometimes he would like take pictures of my X-Men collection, and yeah, he's like a big photographer. So
okay,
but yeah, I would have to go bottom.
Yeah,
easy.
Okay, so two bottoms. Flaviosa.
Bro, definitely the bottom. This is the easiest one that you ever did. For sure the bottom. I just think Marvel, I've gravitated to Marvel always, you know, over DC. I love DC too for certain things, but it's very small. Like, you know, Joker, Batman, you know, things like that. Other than that, I love all the characters, you know, that Marvel has made. They have so many good stories. You know, our boy Spider-Man, X-Men.
Yep.
Those are like some of the best comics, you know, and especially just, you know, through that era, the 80s and 90s too, you know, where things were kind of tough for people, you know, in the real world. And, you know, X-Men is just a perfect like example of that, where they make stories that are very relatable to people, and you fall in love with the characters, you know? I mean, I know a lot of people have that same thing for DC too, but for me, it was just the Marvel kind of vibe.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, my first love was DC, but I married Marvel. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I fell in love with DC first, but I married Marvel and have stuck with Marvel since, I don't know, I was like 11. So, but I love them both. You know, if they, I see a comment right here, and this is what I was thinking too. Like, if they all fight right now, who wins? I would still say Marvel would win.
Marvel.
Like, I mean,
I think so too.
I mean, it would be close, but you know, I just think that the powers that are within Marvel, and I mean, you have Doctor Strange, and I mean, just shoot him, and you can just, DC's got some guys too, but like, I don't know. I feel like, honestly, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the chat, but I feel like everyone's like Superman or Goku. Like, you always hear that, right? And I know Goku's nothing to do with Marvel, but like, to me, like, Superman would get his butt kicked, because like, if a normal human like Lex Luthor or Batman can beat Superman, I feel like anybody could beat Superman. It's impossible to find kryptonite, yet you always find kryptonite. Like, it's, you know what I mean? And so that's when you have that big of a weakness, you know, but the Superman stories is what I love. I love that, you know, his stories. But yeah, I would say Marvel would win the fight, the big fight. Who would survive? I don't know, because 98% of Marvel would be dead. But yeah, it would be interesting.
Yeah,
Well, I say there's also Hyperion. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're fine. Yeah. I have to agree with Flavio. The stories that Marvel tells, like back in the early 80s, they dug deep into some shit. Like, I remember like a Black Panther comic that he was dealing with the Ku Klux Klan. I mean, my God, like how far can they really go with this? And I started reading this stuff. And I'm like, wow, they're digging into some human emotion. And I kind of wish they would do that in the movies. But I mean, they're trying to sell to kids, so I understand why. But just add a little. It doesn't have to be like so in your face, but just add a hint to it, like what they did in Falcon and Winter Soldier when they got into race and everything else.
Like a side story almost in a movie. Like there's a character on the side. It doesn't have to be the main dude, but like there's a character on maybe the beginning of the movie. You know what I mean? Or something where they take they take him out or something like that. But definitely. Let's see here. We have a lot of bottoms. Let's see. Mike said yes. Growing up, it was Marvel all the way for me. 2 better artists and better writers. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Pretty much throughout the whole the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Let's see. Fig Poser, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, he said he's late, but I think my Instagram story, even though I thought I put 6, it did the time all weird. Maybe it thought I don't know. But I got a notification at 6:30 that I got 30 minutes left in my thing. I'm like, oh, must have put 7 on accident. So Fig Poser, it's not your fault. And it's funny because we have had about 8 or 9 people in here the whole time. And once 7 hit, we've had like 19. So my bad.
Oh, wow.
Oops.
Whoops. X-Band saying power bottom. And yeah, Mike, besides Batman, of course. And that's why DC was my first love, was because of the Reeve Superman and the Keaton Batman. As a kid, that was like, I mean, Batman 89, that's the year I was born. So like that was big for me as a kid too. So yeah. Oh yeah, Professor X would control he'd control everybody. He'd just over.
Yo, word. That's crazy.
Oh, actually, I was gonna say one comment.
Yeah.
My fantasy figures for DC, if I can only have 3, it would be Christopher Reeve Superman, Linda Carter Wonder Woman.
Oh, yes.
And of course Adam West Batman.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
They're close to time frame, so yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be
cool.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I need a lot of figures from both of these, but more to come.
Yes.
More to come. We have one more. This is fun. I like those first 2. Now, this one was kind of due to what's kind of going on with the Nintendo Switch 2 with the price and everything, and everybody's talking about the new system. Even if you're not a gamer now, you might have been a gamer before, or just you know the characters at least. So if you guys aren't gamers, my bad, don't have to answer. But guys in the chat, whoever is, please answer. Now, what I was trying to do here was from each kind of generation, right? So you have to the left, you got like the Super Nintendo against the Sega. You got like one of the best selling PlayStation games versus one of the best N64 games. You have one of the best PS2 games in the middle versus one of the best 360 games, and so on for each generation. Now, I guess I'll start with Feeldaburn here. I know you said you're a PlayStation fan. But
I know what he's gonna pick. I already know.
Yeah, I kind of do too. I kind of do too.
You already know. Yeah, it's gonna be a top for me.
Oh,
Lord knows I have bought every version of The Last of Us.
Okay.
Whatever remaster they come out with, I have bought.
I already knew.
See, and Final Fantasy is like my middle school days. Like I hate to age myself, but yeah, like I love what they did with the remake. I love what they did. It's so beautiful to look at, and just so much fun. Yeah, but all these other games, I don't think I've ever played before.
Oh, hurts my heart.
I know. I'm
Hurts
very
my heart.
selective.
Never played Mario Kart?
No, correction. I have played Mario Kart with my partner. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have
Okay.
played.
That's
Corrected
see for me, and I'll move on. I'll move on to Flavio next. But for me, like, it's hard because of Mario Kart. There, you know what I mean? Like, because that's like the best local party game. Play Mario Kart with your buddies or whatever, family. But yeah, that's what makes it tough for me. Flavio, what are you choosing here?
Bro, this is easy for me. I'm gonna just go with the top for sure. I mean, there's all these games are great. All these games are great, but I'm gonna go with the top. You have, bro, Super Mario World there. You have Final Fantasy. You got Halo. The Last of Us, every version of it. I don't even care how I replay it.
Which, by the way, we really need Halo figures. I've been saying that for... the community's been saying that for who knows how long, you know? Like, we need some a Halo line.
I would think 3-0 would jump on that.
Somebody's got to. I'm sure it's expensive. I'm sure it's very expensive to get that license, but you'd make your money.
Yeah.
For sure.
But Fortnite's doo-doo. You know what I mean? Like, I could care less about Fortnite. But, I mean, the bottom is tough, too, because, you know, you got that Sega, you know, you got the Sonic games. I used to love playing Sonic games. You got 007 GoldenEye on the bottom. You know, this is pre-me, but, you know, being such a huge gamer, you know, and coming
dude, if it wasn't for GoldenEye and Perfect Dark on the N64, we might not have ever gotten Halo, you know?
Yeah, or any like kind of like shooter games, like, you know, that paved the way for a lot of things. And, you know, split screen with four-way split screen, like unheard
at
of
that time
kind of stuff at that time, you know. And then you got San Andreas, arguably for me is my all-time favorite GTA of all time. MW3, it wasn't my favorite Modern Warfare. MW2 for life.
I put MW3 because it was the best selling Call of Duty.
Okay.
So that's why I put that one. Yep.
But, you know, and then Mario Kart 2, that kind of sucks losing that, but, you know, I got Super Mario World. That's what the franchise was built off of.
Okay.
So
Valkyrie.
Yeah, so my probably my two favorite games in the 90s were Final Fantasy and GoldenEye.
See?
And they're against each other.
The tiebreaker though here for me though was like when I was in college, I didn't have much money, so I bought a Super NES, and I would buy extra controllers, and we would play Live 95 and Mario Kart all the time.
Oh, yes.
Friday night, Monday night, Wednesday night, all my friends would come over and we'd play Mario Kart. Saturday night, even Sunday night. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
So bottom for me on this one.
Yeah. So wait, 2 tops and 1 bottom. This is hard because I love Mario Kart, and Sonic was my first love, kind of like DC was my first love. Sonic, because I grew up, my older sister, she was 7 years older than me. She had the original Nintendo, and I would like pretend to play it, you know, like as the credits were whatever, and she would, but my first system was a Genesis, and Sonic 2 was the first game I had, along with Street Fighter 2 and some other Sega games. So Sega was like my first thing. However, Mario Kart's tough. GoldenEye is up there. I mean, San Andreas is great. My favorite Grand Theft Auto game is Vice City. San Andreas is up there though, but I gotta go top because it's Mario, it's the Master Chief, it's The Last of Us, it's Final Fantasy VII. and I'm a huge Final Fantasy guy.
The best
And
one,
honestly,
too.
Fortnite's kind of killing it right now. So whether you like it or not, it's worth keeping. So,
Yeah.
what's sad to me though, real quick, and I'll stop talking about games, is that like, think about that. The biggest games right now is like Fortnite, Minecraft, all these like, I don't know, not to like diss all that, but back in the day, I felt like it was like Halo, Gears of War, Call of Duty, San Andreas.
It's all
like,
esport games now.
Now it's like this free to play stuff that you can, I don't know, like bring back good gaming. That's all I got to say.
I always said that PlayStation is always the best because everybody always says that, you know, hey, Xbox this, Xbox that, they have the best online games. Okay, that may be true, but PlayStation was always built off of, you know, core stories and, you know, a couple titles, but making them perfect and playable experience.
Well, dude, even back in the day, Tekken, a fighting game, had a good story.
Yeah.
Like they even had stories. Like each character you played had a different story.
Yeah.
Like the cutscenes would be different for every fighter. And it was like, oh, that's why I like Tekken so much. But Jazzy's saying bottom for Grand Theft Auto and Modern Warfare franchise. 1 Adam 12 bottom. GoldenEye is the GOAT. And also him and Emily love Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Let's see here. X-Man saying neither. Give me Tekken and Street Fighter. I thought about putting fighting games up there. I really did. Sega Sonic, yes. Sega Genesis Sonic. When Sonic was good. When Sonic was really good. I think the last really good Sonic game was Adventure 2 Battle for the GameCube. That was an awesome game. After that, it's kind of just like,
GameCube.
I mean, it's not like they try to bring back, like, what was it, Sonic Colors and Generations and stuff, and then, you know, that was fun to kind of bring that back. But let's see. 1 Adam 12 saying don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. We got about 20 people in the chat. Make sure to do that on your way here, or on your way in and on your way out. We got a lot to talk about yet. We got about another hour or so. Let's see. Grand Theft Auto equals goated, but I also love The Last of Us. Yeah, especially the first Last of Us. It was like one of the best-selling games of all, like for PS3, PS4, like multiple systems. That's how you know it's good.
Yeah.
Jazzy, hell nah. Fortnite, whack as hell. I won't say, but yeah. You know what? I always thought that until I figured out there was a no build or zero build mode, and I could see why people like it because of all the skins and stuff, and I had some fun with it for a minute, but the building stuff, that's really not my thing. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Jazzy. Is it just me or next gen games are underwhelming these? Yeah. Yep.
I would probably say like one of the only like the really, really good games that recently came out is like Black Wukong.
Yeah, I haven't played that one yet. I haven't played that. It's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Come on, GTA 6. Come on out. We need something. Okay, let's stop playing some top or bottom, and let's move into our next. Thank you guys, everybody, for chatting away and telling us what you guys think, and of course to the panel, my fellow panel mates. Let's see here. We got another figure to talk about, and that is Ahsoka the White. And let's see here. Whoop! I don't want to do that. Okay. So who all has pre-order? I know one person has in here, and that's Feeldaburn.
I wonder who that is. How dare you?
I will say I also did not pre-order Ahsoka. I was really in on this line. I'll say this real quick. Until we saw 1,000 more artisan figures announced. We saw a couple other in-art figures announced. I got into Mondo for a minute and still am with the Spider-Man line. And I mean, Deadpool announcements, Terminator, Alien, like all this other stuff started coming out, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna chill on the Ahsoka line. I don't need them. I got an Ahsoka. That's good for me. And I was like, that's when I decided I'm only going to do like main characters for Star Wars. But Valkyrie, I'll start with you. I do agree. Like, I will say this figure looks amazing, except for the Terrifier head sculpt. I will forever think that is a Terrifier head sculpt. That head sculpt is terrible. And I even did a side-by-side once, and it was shared by a couple other streamers, but it's in my opinion not very good, but the rest of it is just gorgeous. Valkyrie, what do you think?
Well, aside from it being not very good, it's flat out scary. But no, I was actually, I was for a while. I kind of ignored it. I was like, well, why do I need that? Why do I need the? Because I have the Clone Wars. But yeah, as I said, when Feezy said, if you have Baylan Skoll, you have to get this version, and I was like, at first I thought about it. I was like, oh, maybe. But then I looked at the figure. I'm like, oh, I really like this figure because I watched, The Mandalorian also, and I liked her portrayal of Ahsoka as an older Ahsoka. And I was like, I think this is a worthy addition to my Star Wars shelf, and I think it looks great. Except I saw a review where someone broke his. I guess because it was like it's a metal elbow or something like that. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, that scares me. That really scares me.
So I think I'm still going to move forward with it, but no dynamic poses.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a shame because it looks great. It looks like it'll be fun to battle Baylan Skoll and take pictures of that, but I don't know. We'll see. Like if any more things pop up, like bad reviews, then I'd be willing to lose an NRD just not to get it if it turns out to be really bad. Which I hope not.
Yeah, that's when you save $30 to save, $300. So
yes.
Feeldaburn, what do you think of the figure?
I mean, it's a nice looking figure. I mean, if I was a Star Wars fan, I would definitely get her. I mean, I think she looks good just being posed, just like holding both her sabers behind her back like she's about to attack. And I mean, the other plate or whatever it is, or head sculpt, I don't see anything wrong with it because I mean, if you're fighting, you're not going to look like a supermodel anyway.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's really not.
I don't know.
Honestly, I mean, if you have her like swinging at somebody, she's going to look like that. I mean, she's not going to be all demure, like, oh.
Very demure.
No, you don't do that. I'm going to kill you. Prepare to die. You got
right.
So you killed my father. Prepare to die.
So I mean, I think it's a beautiful figure. Yeah, but with all the stuff I heard about, the arms, especially with the last one, I'm glad I'm not a Star Wars figure.
And you would think they would have fixed the arms. And Flavio, I know you were talking about it before. What the heck happened?
I don't even know, bro. Like, for one, I'm gonna just say, like, I'm super excited for this figure, and the whole line, to be honest. Like, every figure that's come out from this line has been nothing but a banger. So this Ahsoka I've had been running on super high like hopes for this one, and I'm still excited. I never pre-ordered this. I'm still gonna pick it up though, very soon. But the head sculpt is an improvement from the previous one. The one from the Mandalorian series, and the screaming one, I'm kind of a little bit bummed out because in the prototype it looked awesome, but it got a little bit soft, and I think that's kind of where you're seeing like it doesn't look too good, but I still think it's good enough, and the likeness is there for Rosario Dawson for me from almost every angle. So I'm excited to have it. Also the Leiku, length is longer on this
Yeah,
one compared to the previous one, so that's cool that you kind of see her age progression, through each figure. The suits, though, I gotta have them both because I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and this is literally, kind of where they got that, idea of making the Ahsoka the Gray and Ahsoka the White, kind of like
for sure,
more wiser and more older. So I'm excited. I love the show. I love Rosario Dawson too as Ahsoka and just as an actor. And I think the figure came out good besides the fact of, some of those things that you pointed out, and it is kind of a little bit jarring because the first release was a DX. This is a normal release. So the DX should be, the highest standard of, a figure that we get from Hot Toys. And it broke so easily back then in collectors. I actually have that figure and I still have yet to unbox it like from day one. And I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm starting to, get my figures finally, out and displayed. So I am going to try to remove the bandages on that one and bend her if I can. I'm going to be very, very careful. I don't know if I'm going to do it. But on this one, you get the metal joints and it's still breaking. So that's kind of upsetting.
That's some cheap metal.
It's I was joking, and saying that little did we know it was aluminum, and we thought over here we were getting some like strong metal, but it was, it seems like it's just the fact of, the guy in the video said that it's a joint that's coming together, two pieces, but the post is only on one side. It's not right down the middle. So it doesn't kind of give it that straight stability. And, he must have bent it a little bit too much and then it broke. But also, another reviewer, MRC, from overseas, shout out to Reagan, he, was moving the waist and the waist popped on him. Like you couldn't go too far with it. So just all around, I just feel like their design for Ahsoka is just very weird the way they execute it, because they can easily just make, they're doing the upper torso, but they can make the design a little bit better with fully seamless arms at least,
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, man, because that was a worry with getting the Ahsoka the Gray, I guess, the one that I have from the Mandalorian. Like I was always so worried to pose her. So I just have like the look where she's like holding the two lightsabers to the side and her legs are spread, just her feet are spread just a little bit. And yeah, it's kind of a bummer, like I would like to see an Ahsoka that you could really just like be jumping in the air with her, knees bent, her arms out like this, getting ready to attack. You have that head sculpt, that menacing look. You want to be able to do that if you want to use that. And real quick though, I'm an idiot. I did not see this super chat by Mike Litteris when he first popped in. I don't know why I didn't see it. It must have been because I was in a different screen or something. But Mike, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, and being a Brickyard member means a lot, and definitely helps out the channel, and goes to, once again, guys, remember that all of these super chats and all of the members go to the giveaways for the members, and also for anybody in the chat. We can do some more giveaways for just the regular people in the chat as well. But all the money from the members goes back to the members one way or another. So thank you, Mike. I appreciate you, sir. And we just got another super chat from another Brickyard member, a $5 super chat from the Movie Cannon. Gio, thank you so much. Hit the like button, sub, follow Brick, Flavio, Feeldaburn, and Valkyrie Magnus. Absolutely. Follow us all on Instagram. We have a good time. We got 20 in the house too. So yeah, hit that like button. Gio, thank you so much. Thank you guys. And also shouting out, Gio here for being a member for 13 months. It's crazy that the Brickyard has been around for 13 months and you've been around since the beginning, my friend. And to say thank you to you guys.
Thank you. In this time in my life, in this moment.
Boy, this is really overwhelming. Sorry, okay. My voice is also a little gone. Whatever.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I am overwhelmed.
Thank you.
Guys, just so you know, like, I love Will Smith. So I'm not like trying to, like, you know, that was a bad moment for him, but a great moment for him too. But I still love. Yeah, right, right. But I don't know. I grew up with
the
Will
slap
Smith
heard round the world.
Yeah. But like, I don't know, man. I still love going back to those Will Smith movies, and I read his book. So I'm not trying to like put one of his moments down where he's like crying from the slap and whatnot and making a mistake.
Keep your wife's name out your mouth.
Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff.
I wonder if they're still doing Hancock too. I hope they still are.
Yeah, I wonder too.
Like
I wonder too. The first Hancock was so good.
Yeah, I really like
it. Really was. Had the kid that played in Halloween, the Rob Zombie Halloween movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Which, oh, by the way, is one of my favorite Halloween movies. I'll say it. Let's see. Yeah, let's see here. Where are we with the comments? Yeah. Matt, what is up, Matt? Chris Rock has left the chat. Oh man, that was great. That's great. Love the photo, man.
Bro, he couldn't believe it himself.
He's like, whoa. You know,
I thought it was staged. That's how crazy it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then and then Will Smith turns back around, a little smirk on his face, like, yeah, I just did that. You know, like,
bro.
Did you guys watch the Chris Rock's comedy special on that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bro,
He
I'm
went on Jada so hard. I swear to God, I was laughing so hard.
Oh,
it's all August Alsina's fault.
Yeah. The movie can't stand. I just rewatched Men in Black earlier this week. Still love it. Yeah, the first Men in Black. Honestly, okay. My favorite Will Smith movie is Pursuit of Happiness. I love that movie. I know that's not a typical Will Smith movie, but it's the best I've ever seen Will Smith. But Men in Black would be my second favorite, and then you got Independence Day.
Independence Day.
You also have
Legend.
Bad Boys, which, by the way, Bad Boys 2 is my favorite Bad Boys movie. Yeah, I love that movie. Blue Power, motherfucker. I love that movie. All right. X-Man Supreme saying, yeah, Will was hella overwhelmed that night. He's been going through a lot, dealing with the bald-headed. Oh, I mean, you never know what's going on in real life with that relationship. Who knows? Who knows?
Jada rules that relationship with the open.
I'm surprised.
Oh, she ruled that relationship before they got married, and she was hanging out with Tupac and all that stuff. So yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot. It's Hollywood though. They live completely different lives than we do, and I just don't think we really get it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to either.
I know, right? Yep. Okay. Let's end that. But yeah, the Ahsoka figure looks beautiful. I really like it. It's one that I'm not going to pass on entirely, but I'm passing for now. Yeah, but okay. Guys, we're going to do something special today. And if you guys haven't seen the Choose to Collect shirts, you guys can buy a Choose to Collect shirt, and half of the proceeds will go to, yes, giveaways. And I'm not just saying that. I'm being legit. And the other half will go to supplies, because obviously you got to pay for the shirts yourself and all that. But yeah, Choose to Collect, whether you had a good day or a bad day, we're going to go ahead and we're going to play some Choose to Collect. Let's go ahead and get started with our special friend, Mr. The Movie Cannon.
Hey guys, Choose to Collect. Although the Bugle 6 already knows my choice, so did I really make my own choice here to collect? If that's the case, am I really here to understand the choice? If so, what is choice? And if we don't understand the choice, do we have free will? What is free will? And if there really is no choice, then what is cause and effect? And what about the other stuff?
Good stuff there, Mr. Geo. Free Will.
that was
talking about Will
was
Smith
deep.
or Free Will. I don't know.
That was deep. He made
was
me
deep.
think about that.
Yep.
My mind
So
went to pause on that. Like, what? What'd you say?
All I know is that I have to collect. That's all I understood out of that.
yes. So what this segment is all about is whether you had a great day, a good day, a bad day, where you got a promotion, whether it's your birthday, whether it's nostalgic purposes, we all choose to collect at different times in our life to make us feel better, to comfort us, whatever it might be. And that's what this segment's all about. And we have two guests on the show, very special guests, Valkyrie and Feeldaburn. And I want to ask you guys both. You guys can choose who goes first. But I want to, usually it's like a mail thing. So like I'll get an email or something from somebody. But since you guys were on the show, I thought it would be better coming from your mouths. And hopefully you guys had enough time to think about it. But I'll let you guys choose who goes first. But when is the time that you guys chose to collect and why? And what figure was it? And how come that figure means so much to you and helped you through that time or whatever?
Valkyrie, you want to take this?
Okay, I'll take this. This is a little bit kind of a weird story. So, started out, I was in having a family trip in Disneyland, and what happened was I got a call, and my mom was going to pass away, and I was like, oh no, right? So the next day I woke up, and I was actually making funeral arrangements in Disneyland. And it was like,
wow!
It was like I'm hearing blaring music. It's a small world after all. I'm talking to like funeral directors, talking to the priests, getting everything done, and then we flew back home. Had everything worked like a charm. Had the funeral, and then my cousin, she was nice enough to have like a little get together for all the cousins because it was also my birthday thing, and I was like sitting there, like just in shock, and I picked up my phone. And I looked at the email. It was from Sideshow. It said, we're having a huge sale. And, when you're like kind of depressed.
Right.
It was like, buy that. And then what do you call it? I went from like just having a few figures to about 80 within a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you, my friend, chose to collect.
Yes.
At Disney World. I'm sorry to hear about that, though. But yeah, man. That's tough. But yeah, it's crazy what figures can, or what just collecting, or what hobbies. It doesn't have to be collecting. It'd be just a hobby. What a hobby can do for you. Like for a while, for me, it was building Lego. Because I usually before I would build Lego with my kids, I would just, when they would go to bed, I would build at nighttime, and it would help me just to relax. I was super stressed throughout the day for who knows why, but just overthinking things, and I would just build Lego for about at least an hour, and it would help me get tired, relax. I would go to bed, and then too, it was just something really cool. But now, so yeah, like any hobby, but now it's like I'm choosing to collect on any given moment, so I definitely understand that, Valkyrie, and thank you for sharing that story. My dream is to go to Disney World one day. It's my dream.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 35.
Oh yeah.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, I've been to Euro Disney.
Oh wow.
So because I lived in Germany and in Europe, and Euro Disney is in France, and so that was really cool. However, it's like you have Mickey Mouse and Aladdin, everybody's speaking French. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it was fun. It was really nice there, but I was younger. It's not the same. I want to see the Disney World. You know what I mean? But one day. But thank you for sharing that story, Valkyrie. Feeldaburn, when is a time that you chose to collect and why?
Well, I think it went back to the 90s when Power Rangers was the shit. I mean,
oh yeah,
we all had to collect all the Megazords and all the figures and everything else. That was my jam back in the day. Then when I got older, that's when horror became like my center point of my collecting. It's like, okay, I'm growing older now. I don't need these Power Ranger figures no more, so I sold them off. And like the first figure is actually a kit bash I did of the 1978 Michael Myers, because I would go on Facebook and get on these 1/6 horror groups, and they like a bunch of them made their own like custom Michael Myers figures. So I'm like, okay, so they give you the list of all the stuff that you need to, make your perfect 78, as they call it, the perfect 78.
Yeah.
And and I remember putting that thing together. God, it was so expensive to like getting the coveralls and getting all the parts together. It was so expensive, but in the end, it was worth it. And to this day, I still admire that figure to this day, because it's like, this is something I created,
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool.
Together, So, I mean, then after that, it just carried on to more horror collecting and, everything else. And then it veered off into other things too. But yeah, my main love is horror, but I also collect, Marvel too. I mean, when I collect MCU stuff, I don't really collect MCU stuff, but if they're close to comic accurate, I will get it.
Yeah.
That's why like the Daredevil is like, I'll wait for the double Ds because that's comic accurate. And like when I got my Sam Wilson cap, I was like, oh my God, this is straight up out of the comics. And I love that figure to death. I mean, it's wonderful. But yeah. It was that Michael Myers figure is the one I always come back to and I admire so much, because when you put stuff together, it's like, it's not like
you make it your own.
Right. It's not like it's not like giving birth, but it's like, this is my baby. This is my baby right here.
This is my baby.
So
yes.
This place, it has a special place in my heart. So yeah. That's
awesome. That's awesome. Because I grew up loving Michael Myers. Yes, I say growing up. I grew up as a child. Like I've said this before a couple of times. Like I was super young when I first saw it.
That's crazy.
RoboCop was another one that I saw when I was young, and Halloween, and but again, I think it was because I had a sister that was 7 years older than me. Right. So when she would have it on, and back then you only really had one TV. It was in the living room. Your parents might have had one in their room, but usually houses just had one TV unless you had a really small one in your room and like a friend or something had like a PlayStation or something. But yeah, I mean the home TV, that was like home base. And when Halloween was on, I was having nightmares that night, and it was just what it was. But I, because of that, I did grow up loving some Michael Myers and Freddy and those. Yeah. I'm more of the hack and slash guy than the demonic stuff. But the hack and slash stuff is what I don't want to say gets me excited, but like that's what I like. Thanksgiving when that came out, I was like, finally, like a traditional like horror movie that I can sit down and really enjoy. So
my favorite sub genre of horror is like the holidays.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All the ones that take place on holidays. That's
Yep. Oh, that's the best. We got 12-inch Moose Dream in the house, a Brickyard member. Hello, community of collectors. I got Battle Damage Deadpool in hand today, and modern Batman. So stoked. What a good little haul today. Nice. So he chose to collect as well, my friend. So yeah, getting modern Batman looks amazing, but also getting Battle Damage Deadpool already. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so congrats to you, sir. Thank you for being here. We got the Jedi Knights Watch in the house, another Brickyard member of the channel, and a Wolfpack member as well. Too sweet, baby. Good evening to all the beautiful people. Thank you for being here. And hopefully you stick around for the rest of the show. We talked about the figures, that have been announced and released recently and all of that good jazz. But Jazzy, if you're still in there, yes. But we also have May the 4th coming up, and I think we could get a couple. Yes, we have the Star Wars celebration, all that going on, but like, I don't know. May the 4th, we always want so much to come from May the 4th, and we get so little. But I feel like we could get a couple big things this year. I feel like we could finally get that Jar Jar Binks released or announced. I mean, like officially announced. I am always hoping for a young Annie because I love the Phantom Menace, and I could see, you know, I could see getting the dark side Anakin finally that everyone's talking about. However, I want to hear what you guys think that might be coming. Anything else from the Phantom Menace, the OT, you know, Feeldaburn, I'll start with you.
Okay. Considering I'm gonna go my knowledge of Star Wars. Let me see. We're gonna get you guys are probably gonna get another Vader. My God.
Hey, this Vader's gonna have roses though. Okay, it's gonna be roses. It's gonna be
something.
Yeah.
But I don't.
More troopers.
I mean, like what? I don't know. Like, I would think by now they would do like an artisan Princess Leia.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Ooh,
that'd be nice.
I mean, I wouldn't think it would take much just to, you know, glue buns on the head, which I
Well, they can make them really tight too, like they did with Jack Sparrow, you know, with his you know, braids there and everything. So yeah.
Just don't use that eyelash glue. My God. What's her name? Natalie.
Natalie G.
I don't know how many times she said nail eyelash glue, eyelash glue, eyelash glue. I'm like, girl, just we get it. It's eyelash glue. We don't know about this stuff, but you obviously do. So I mean, yeah, I hope they fix that. But yeah, but probably I would think. Would you guys want more artisan Star Wars stuff? Like from like the first 3 movies?
I'm just a fan of, you know, Star Wars in general. I don't really need it to be artisan, but it would be cool, you know, maybe for, you know, an episode 2 like Obi-Wan, right? Or something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But,
yeah,
dude, I wanna...
Have they ever done an old Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Long time ago. Time ago.
Grail. But they could do a new one.
Which I think they are
Artisan.
Eventually. I think they're
they will.
Yeah.
It'd be a perfect time to do
the
it.
Alec Guinness one, right?
So.
Yep. Valkyrie, what are you hoping for? Or what do you think is possible?
I'm thinking of A New Hope 2.0.
Ooh.
You know? Because I think like I hear people talk about their farm boy Luke Skywalker starting to get old, starting to fall apart, and also Alec Guinness, Obi-Wan Kenobi as well, and then he might need something. So I think maybe a 2.0 for him, possibly even for Princess Leia. You know, get some renewed buns. And also the other grails of let's see here, Stormtrooper outfit, Luke Skywalker and Han Solo.
Oh yeah,
oh man,
that again.
That'd be nice if we could get that.
I would love to have that.
Yep, I would too. I want some Tauntauns. Jedi, you know that. I see you there in the chat.
Yeah.
I want a Wampa. I want young Annie. Flavio, what would you want?
I don't know, because you know they're already doing the Chewbacca. That's the one that I really, really wanted. But dude, literally everything that Graham is saying, is
right.
awesome.
He's
like,
just
what I don't even need to say.
You can
anything.
tell he's been thinking about this.
The chat is going crazy right now. You know, you got all the Hoth figures.
Oh
man, give us everything. You know?
All that, but they'll give us a Jar Jar.
Yep. Which he was teased. You know, we see him in all these conventions and stuff. I'm sure he's around the corner. I'm sure we're gonna get, you know, what is that? The fifth brother and the fourth sister, also from the Obi-Wan series. So there's a lot of stuff that they're probably gonna make. We might get some, you know, more Clone Wars action, and probably like one OT figure. Right, that's just how they always do us. But I would love for May 4th to just be, you know, OT takeover or something like that.
Yeah,
that would be insane. That would be
cool.
Insane.
I would
That'd
think
be cool.
maybe this is. I would think maybe this is the year for Queen Amidala.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Ooh, that would be a nice figure too.
Yeah,
that would be really cool. I would get a Queen Amidala. I would get her, and like I said, I would get main characters, and I feel like she was a main character to my top 2 favorite Star Wars movie. I'm not saying Phantom Menace was the best movie, but it's one of my favorites. So I really enjoy that film. Yeah, that's exciting. Hopefully we get some stuff. I know we're gonna get a 5th Hot Toys announcement for the Star Wars celebration. That's gonna happen. It's probably gonna be another trooper or something. But who knows? It could be a Luke Skywalker. I mean, you never know.
They might also do an artisan Kylo Ren, you know, with you know, some of that Rogue One stuff that's coming out too. You know, they might want to do that. There's just so much that they could do from Star Wars, and honestly, it would cater to anybody at, you know, any said given time, because there's just it's so vast. It's so vast, so it might be something that you're not really wanting at that moment, but they release it or announce it, and hey, it's on the table, you know.
Yep, yeah.
You just jump on it.
You just never know. Never know what we're gonna be getting with Star Wars, and you know what?
Dark Side Anakin too.
Yeah, Dark Side Anakin would be sweet. It's gonna happen eventually.
I hear a lot of people want that.
I don't know if it's gonna happen this year, but like, because it's so close to the artisan Anakin that we're having now, but that's around the corner too, you know.
I think if they're smart with Star Wars, they will give us a Revenge of the Sith Kenobi. To go with an artisan version to go with the Anakin. Like those are like the first. I mean, I know we got the Dark Side Luke, but like those two there would be great for, you know, artisan figures.
Only a Sith deals in absolute.
Yeah, we'll probably get more Force Ghost figures. Yep, man, we need some good ones. Okay, so May the 4th, it's coming up. We'll probably start getting announcements here within the next few weeks for more Star Wars. I think this is going to be the month for Star Wars, honestly. So, get your popcorn ready for that. But in the meantime, guys, I really, really enjoyed that Superman trailer. I guess it wasn't really a trailer. It was more like a tease. It was more like, you know, a scene basically. And was really cool about, and I'm not going to show it. I was going to show it, but Feeldaburn, I am not going to show it because I know you with trailers, and it's okay. And I'm sure there's other people in the chat that feel the same way.
You don't have to worry about me.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Please,
but
please.
I will say one thing. Crypto looks amazing. I am really excited to see Crypto in this film. I'm really excited too. Yeah, but yeah, and I'm really excited to not only get a Superman figure soon announced and you know, to my house one day, but I'm excited to know that Crypto is going to be with Superman, that Crypto is going to be with all these other characters. We're going to get different versions. It's going to be like the dog pool, you know, like or Grogu. So I'm excited to get me some Crypto. I thought it looked really, really, really good, and it was nice to see that there was some comedy in it right away too, with him breaking Superman's ribs there, like he was already hurt, you know, laying there in pain. And no, it looks really good. It looks touching. It looks like Superman to me. It looks like, if you were fans of the comics or anything like that, to me, I'm finally getting the Superman that I've wanted. And again, I don't want to overhype myself, but that's what it seems like to me so far right now. Valkyrie, what are you thinking of that trailer? What are you thinking of that sneak peek?
I thought it looked great. I'm pretty excited about it, even though I was a big Henry Cavill fan. As I said, I'm also a big fan of James Gunn as well.
Yeah.
And I think David Cornsweet looks great. He's also a big Star Wars fan also. Have you ever saw that
he wants to be a Jedi. Yep.
I mean, I guess for me, I really like the new 52 look of the no red trunks, but it's not a deal breaker for me. So I'll get the figure as well.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that. It should be fun. And I mean, there should be like a lot of other figures, like what, Mr. Terrific, like other people there. So
what, Hawk Girl and and
So
Supergirl is supposed to make a cameo in this movie. So would they give us a Supergirl figure from Superman the way that they gave us Wonder Woman from BVS? I guess it depends how big her role is, but that would be cool. Right, right. Will it just be an end credit scene, you know, or will she be in the final scene, like, you know, for the movie, the third act? But
or hopefully in a sequel, and then she'll get a bigger role, and then we'll
yeah. I'm excited.
It's gonna be a sick figure, though.
Yeah. Who's playing Supergirl? You know,
Millie Alcock. She played in House of the Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they showed a couple pictures of her, you know, not really suited up, but on set, and just got me super excited. Flavio.
Yeah, man.
You getting excited for some DC?
Gonna be, yeah, bro. Like, you know, like I told you, I really like DC for Batman and Joker, and you know that's pretty much about it. I like Superman because I like the animated stuff, some of the, you know, Justice League, you know, movies and things like that. But he was never like my favorite character. But Superman, you know, all the renditions, you know, I do like Man of Steel. I love like the Henry Cavill stuff. I know you're not a big fan of like BVS, but for certain things I did like it. But for certain things I do understand where, you know, it didn't make so much sense. And that's why I'm really excited, you know, when you were explaining to me like what James Gunn is going to be doing, and you know the take that he's, you know, doing for the character itself.
Right.
I'm excited to see that finally and become a bigger fan for, you know, DC in general, because as much as I love Marvel, I want DC to do good too. You know, I'm tired of, you know, them hitting the box office and not really hitting, you know, the mark. So nobody wants to see them constantly fail. But I really like, you know, Cornsweet's version of Superman so far, from what we've seen in the trailer, and just the whole world itself, you know, just the fact of like, you know, the Daily Planet, him, you know, being, you know, when he's not Superman, right? So it's just very cool. And Crypto looks awesome. Like,
dude,
I'm excited.
Yeah. Crypto.
Yeah.
I was just laughing because like he just like runs into him and pushes him with his nose, and he's like, dude, he's super strong. Thinking. He's just super like, strong, so he didn't even notice.
And he's over here bleeding. He's like,
dang.
That's that James Gunn vibe.
Typical dog, man. Good. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
But Jedi Knights Watch, celebrating the 9-month, being a member for 9 months. One more OT talk. You know, I did hear that they're talking about making the OT trilogy into a Disney Plus TV show, kind of like what they're doing with Harry Potter with Max, making all those movies into a show. What do you think about? I'm kidding.
I was about to say, bro. I was about to say they cannot mess with that. Like, if they were to do that, it would have had to been like perfectly calculated, because they cannot. Maybe prequel stuff, but OT, no, they can't touch that. Just leave it as it is. Leave it.
No, I just wanted to ruffle some feathers there for a second, but couldn't keep it going.
You almost gave Graham a freaking heart attack.
But one of the last questions of the night, you guys. I know this is a talk in the community. I want to know what each one of you guys, and I'll start with Feeldaburn. Which movie is going to win summer 2025 in the box office?
Ooh.
Because you got the big three. You got Jurassic Park,
Okay.
Superman, and Fantastic Four.
Okay.
But then you also have like How to Train Your Dragon. You've got, and there's another one too that could be a sneaky one.
Shrek 5.
But yeah.
Yeah. See, out of all those, I want to say Fantastic Four, but there's still going to be some people who have, trepidations about going to see a Marvel movie when it hasn't been, great lately. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just so tricky. Yeah, between Superman and Fantastic Four, if I had to choose one, I would say Superman more because it's a whole reset and now we're seeing a new actor and everything. So everybody's going to be curious to see how he does.
Sure.
So
sure.
I would think, for curiosity's sake, I think DC will probably take the box office.
Okay. Valkyrie, what do you think?
I agree with Robert. I think Superman right now, everyone's like curious to see how the new Superman will look, especially moving away from the Snyderverse. I think the trailer looks great. People are interested and people want to love a new Superman.
Yeah.
I think its main competition is going to be Get Your Ass Kicked Park. I'm kidding. About the dinosaurs.
Wow.
So that might be like a tough fight between the two, but I think Superman might edge out Jurassic Park. And yeah, what was the Fantastic Four probably be just a little bit behind the two of them, I think, because people still remember the early 2000s or the mid 2000s Fantastic Four movies.
Yeah,
and people will come back to see it. I mean, I'm kind of I thought they were okay, those movies, but I'm looking forward to the Marvel version. I think that'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be a fun movie series. I think definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Flavio, who's winning the box office summer of 2025?
I'm just gonna agree with you guys here on this one. I think as well. I think it's going to be very close. I think the box offices are going to be very close. I don't think one's going to blow out the water. I think it's just going to be good for everybody. But something tells me that long term and looking back at it, Superman will have a better run. But Marvel sizzle reel at the end of the movie.
Oh yeah,
for the lead
that's what I was gonna say. Yep,
is going to
the lead up to Doomsday
somehow overshadow the whole movie of Superman, if you think about it, because that's really all what people care about at this point. They want to know where it's going, so the movie might be a little stale at the beginning, maybe be a great movie, but overall the people, I think, care about to see what's going to happen with Dr. Doom and Galactus and all of that. So overall, I think Superman is going to do better as a film.
Yeah. I would agree. That's what I was going to say. I think right now Superman is it's getting the most excitement, but at the same time, like if you look around, at the same time it's getting the most hate. Because, a lot of people miss Cavill and they didn't want the reboot. And a lot of people are down on James Gunn and, it looks too kid-friendly. I don't think it looks too kid-friendly at all. I mean, I love how it starts off with, like back in the day when Ben Affleck asked Superman, "Do you bleed?" And, like that's how we see this Superman for the first time, bleeding. So I'm excited for it. It is a reboot. It does look more of a family type Superman with some good action and whatnot. So I think more people will take their kids, and I think that will help the film. And it's a reboot, and it's James Gunn, and everything James Gunn has done has been successful. I don't think Fantastic Four has been all that great in the past. Now that it is with the MCU, that can change. and I think a lot of people are going to want to see Fantastic Four because of that. And see exactly what Flavio said. Just see where it's going to go, and go there pretty much for the end credit scene. Even though you can probably find that on the internet day one, but I think people want to go to the movie that weekend to see what is to come next with Doomsday. They want to see Robert Downey Jr. for the first time once again as Doomsday, and it's going to be close between those two. I'm more excited for Superman, but for some reason, Jurassic Park always freaking wins, and for some reason, that movie will beat out Marvel and DC. And because Jurassic Park
love dinosaurs in the summertime.
You know, it's a great movie to go see with the kids. It's like another Superman movie. Fantastic Four, been there, done that when I was a kid. I'm gonna take my kid to another Jurassic Park film. He likes dinosaurs. Like, I don't know. I can see that happening
around that time. You know.
Yeah. But I'm rooting for Superman because that's the one I'm most excited for.
When they gonna leave the damn dinosaurs alone?
Well, they started making clones,
and
then they started
bring
making
them to life.
Clones, and then so
and you got to think about it too. Speaking about Superman, like that's coming soon, so they got to announce the figures like either before the movie drops or like right when the movie drops. We're gonna be seeing like a teaser of him at least before the movie comes out. So I'm excited. That's right around the corner.
Yeah. 12-inch Moose Dream Brickyard member for 7 months. Check out my comments for what I bought this week. I saw what you're getting in. Let's see here. Let's see. I need a Han, Luke, Stormtrooper. I don't do. Am I blind, guys? Do you guys see a comment? Let's see.
Oh, here it is. Spider-Man, Purple Rain, Swarovski, Iron Man, Artisan, Joker, Artisan, Foster.
Wow.
Batman Returns, Wolverine, X-Men, Last Stand, Custom, Terminator Police, Motorcycle Blitzway, Hannibal.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Wow.
You went pretty hardcore.
He chose to collect.
Wow.
You chose to collect, my friend. You will be the next choose to collect. No, that's awesome, man. I got that Purple Rain, Spider-Man. I thought about getting that Iron Man. I was very tempted. I was very tempted for sure. But dang, that's an awesome, man. Congrats on all that. I'm not a big collector. Yeah, that's awesome, Moose. Congrats, man. Movie Canon saying the last 3 Jurassic World films easily crossed 1 billion each. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what's getting me to think.
Damn.
Now, that being said, those movies weren't out against a Superman movie and a rebirth of Marvel, basically. So
that's true.
We will see if it might still went out, but will it still cross 1 billion? We'll see. But yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting indeed. Jedi saying, hold on. Oop, wrong comment. This Jurassic Park might not be great for kids. I hope it's not. I hope we finally get a violent Jurassic Park movie, at least like the first movie was.
Right.
But I'm excited for the river scene because I liked the book a lot. It's like my favorite book of all time. So excited to see that in the movie. But guys, this concludes the Bugle 6 issue number 32. Hanging out with these 3 fellas has been a real treat and a real pleasure. Thank you guys for being here. Valkyrie and Feeldaburn, you are more than welcome to come back anytime. So seeing you guys everywhere. But what is next for you guys? Valkyrie, I'll start with you.
This is the first time I don't have a stream lined up in a while, because I did like 4 in a row this week, and then let me see here. I decided to like spend time with the family tomorrow. So I have I think you might have seen my post about that. So it's my
yes
yeah. So
Yeah.
That's just have to remember my father. But I know at least I made sure Robert got a seat in Let's Get Nuts tomorrow, right?
Yeah. That'd be fun. Feeldaburn. Is that what you're doing tomorrow?
Yeah, I was like, God, like I got off a 4-hour stream last night. I'm doing this today, and then I'm doing, Let's Get Nuts tomorrow, and I'm like thinking, X-Man, how the hell do you do this?
I know.
Like, every day, like,
dude,
jump from
X-Man
stream
is
to
streaming
to
every day.
stream. Damn,
Yep.
I need a break.
Yeah.
I don't think X-Man has ever said no. Never.
Obviously
Like
not.
even in hotel rooms, he'll say, "Yep, I'm in."
Yeah.
Yep.
He did that last week. He
Yep.
was in a hotel room, but he had like internet troubles or something with the hotel. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm doing tomorrow, and then after that, I'm taking a break. I need to take a break. First of all, to get myself together as far as health wise.
Yes.
Yeah, just life in general. So yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, tomorrow, Let's Get Nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right. Well, I'll be looking forward to watching that.
Yep.
Everybody that is here now or watching the replay, make sure to check Ben Thomas out and Feeldaburn here on Let's Get Nuts tomorrow. I'll definitely tune in for that. But thank you guys for both being here. Flavio. Oh, for sure. Flavio, what's going on in your neck of the woods, sir?
Well, first off, Brick, I think it was a great show. It was a great night here. Finally getting to meet, Valkyrie and Feeldaburn too. So it was cool having you guys on the show with us. Nice meeting you as well.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Yes, likewise.
But yeah, man, it's I'm kind of busy myself here, trying to stay busy as well with my channel. I'm gonna be trying to upload my latest unboxing video tonight right after this. I was trying to do it during the stream, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it done. But yeah, I'm gonna be uploading that tonight. It'll be the Thrawn unboxing.
Very cool.
So, yes.
From the Ahsoka show. Other than that, probably gonna be doing another unboxing after that, and just still trying to just open up all my figures and stuff, and see what else is to come and what else we got in store from Hot Toys. Can't wait to do the next show with you. But yeah, it was an awesome show, talking all the figures with you guys, and finally meeting you guys here tonight.
Definitely. Thank you, Flavio, for continuing to do this with me on the Bugle 6, issue number 32 in the books. Guys, for me, the big thing is just getting the Bugle 6 back on track on a regular schedule. So we are, from here on out, first and third Saturday of the month. So we will not have a show next weekend, but the weekend after we'll be back on. And then, just doing Bugle 6, doing Wolfpack on Wednesdays. You guys know, over on the Jedi Knights Watches channel, with Figures and Fandom and D'Lo the Collector, and sometimes having special guests on there as well every Wednesday night. And just got done with released a unboxing of Spider-Punk. I also have Miles G. Morales coming to unbox and review. Thank you to Jeremy Casa letting us get those reviews in. I'm actually buying 2 Spider-Punks, which is the first time I've ever even considered buying 2 of one. Well, I guess I considered buying 2 Miles Moraleses back in the day with Into the Spider-Verse. I love Spider-Man, but I also really, really love Miles and that movie. Those movies are just very special. And Spider-Punk just looks too badass to only have the one version of him, one look. So I had to have them both. Buying 2 of him, and got reviews coming out and much more to come. Guys, thank you so much for being here once again. Thank you to everybody in the chat, everybody who gave super chats, and everybody who's been a part of the Brickyard for so many months. Until next time, guys, keep bricking and choose to collect.
Night.
Do what you want.